We've highlighted Brentford being direct at times with a few passes. Now, I just want to highlight one player, and it's this lad here, Conor Bradley. Now, he's not the biggest player in the world or, you know, the most sort of quickest or most powerful man on the pitch. So what happens is he gets far too tight at times to opposition players and really aggressive, because I don't think he's confident enough in his physicality. And that's why he gets so many yellow cards. So he gets tight, and that means there's space in behind, and then he can't cope with the ball over the top. And that all comes from maybe a lack of strength initially to deal with the physical challenge. So the goalkeeper has to come to the rescue, and 90 seconds into the game, you're defending a long throw. What you don't want to do against Brentford. Again, talking about long balls, Liverpool don't win the first challenge. Don't pick up the second ball again. I keep going back to not being equipped for the way the Premier League is this season. And then you've got a 4v4 at the top end of the pitch again. Now, I keep talking about this area for Liverpool. I've mentioned Conor Bradley. In the past few weeks, I've mentioned Carragher, who was horrific for one of the goals again at the weekend. But where's the leadership? Where's the organisation to just let a ball go over the top there? And again, the goalkeeper has to come. Maybe could do a little bit better. Before you know it, you're now defending another long throw. 2 long throws very early in the game. And when that man, who we highlighted a few weeks ago, is taking a throw in, and I think we said he was throwing it on average
34 yards.
34 yards. Well, on Saturday night he threw it 38 yards, a little bit further.
And it comes like a missile.
It does. And he's the right back going over to the left-hand side as well. Shows how important it is. And Liverpool don't deal with it as well. So talking about the lack of physicality from Conor Bradley, your right back. And this is twice now already this season we've seen Carragher again, who's not the biggest, getting caught out at the back post. And that's something I think Liverpool have got to look at going forward. The actual physicality and height in the team. Because right now, I don't think they've got enough of it. And losing 4 league games in a row for Brentford would be a disaster. For any promoted team, you'd be looking at each other and think we can't lose 4 on the bounce. To see the champions lose 4 games in a row in the Premier League with the expenditure in the summer, I think we're in crisis time for Liverpool right now, in terms of, there'll be a lot of serious questions getting asked in the dressing room, the manager and the coaching staff, and also the people above the manager and the players as well. When they look at what they've actually spent, the players they've gone out and get, they'll be expecting a lot more.
Searching questions right now for Liverpool, who with those 4 defeats find themselves in 7th. And look where Sunderland, who haven't had a mention yet, find themselves in the top 4 in that company, Jamie. It's extraordinary.
Remarkable result yesterday away at Chelsea, who've been in great form. Let's not forget, this is not a Chelsea who was sort of on the ropes, really struggling. To go there and win, having been 1-0 down, a fantastic result. And again, it just shows how great they've been. And what an addition all 3 teams from the Championship have been.
We will talk a lot more.
Liverpool's slide in the Premier League continued on Saturday as they succumbed to a 3-2 defeat away to Brentford at the Gtech Community Stadium, their 4th straight league loss. Liverpool's afternoon unraveled almost immediately. In the 5th minute, Brentford struck first when Dengo Ouattara volleyed in a long throw from Michael Kajard via Christopher Ayer's initial touch, leaving Georgi Mamardashvili no chance. Brentford continued to press, and just before halftime, Kevin Shaw doubled their lead, getting free from Ibrahima Konate and finishing past Mamardashvili, putting Liverpool on the back foot heading into the break. Liverpool did manage a lifeline in stoppage time of the first half. Milos Kerkez, arriving unmarked, turned in Conor Bradley's low cross to bring the deficit back to 2-1. Liverpool surged for momentum after the break, but their resurgence was stifled midway through the second half. A foul by Virgil van Dijk on Ouattara was originally judged a free kick, but following a VAR review, it was upgraded to a penalty. Igor Thiago dispatched the penalty calmly to restore Brentford's 2-goal cushion. Liverpool would pull 1 goal back late. Mohamed Salah, restored to the starting lineup, scored in the 89th minute, his first Premier League goal in several matches, to make it 3-2 and spark hope in the dying moments. But despite heavy pressure and more than 10 minutes of stoppage time, Liverpool could not force an equalizer. Brentford's defense held firm. Defensive frailties remain a major concern. The team have now gone 9 matches without keeping a clean sheet across all competitions. The consistency that Liverpool relied on in recent seasons is absent. This is now the first time since 2021 that Liverpool have lost 4 league games in a row. Squad rotation and injuries have complicated matters. Liverpool were without Alexander Isak, who missed the match through injury. After their relatively convincing 5-1 win over Eintracht Frankfurt in midweek, hopes were raised for a rebound, but that momentum failed to carry into league play. Andy Robertson admitted the team were nowhere near good enough and emphasized that they must work harder in training and recovery to arrest the slide. Club captain Virgil van Dijk described the evening as disappointing, calling for mental resilience and urgency ahead of upcoming fixtures. The result leaves Liverpool in 6th place in the table, trailing the leaders. There is no respite. The next game is a Carabao Cup tie away to Crystal Palace, offering a chance to spark a recovery. Liverpool now face a critical juncture. The title defense is under serious pressure, but the calendar demands swift responses. The squad must regroup, shore up defensive lapses, and begin delivering results, starting immediately.